some of you new parents, you fucking it up. You got the game messed up. I see you on TV. My child is my best friend. Your child is not your friend. Your child is your offspring, your progeny. It is your job to govern your child. Your child can be your friend when they pack their shit and get the fuck out your house. I ain't friends with nobody who can't buy weed or liquor. I just don't see where that's the win-win in this relationship. How many people have grown children still asking them for money by applause? Before I came here, my daughter Magdalene asked me, Mom, do you have $185? I said, yes, I do. Click. Because I fuck with people. You know, some of you young people, you could have got up out your seat and let these older people have the seat. See, that's why the Shakespeare said, youth is wasted on the young. See, you motherfuckers don't think you gonna get old. If you lucky, you will. Right now, your titties is perky and shit. But one day, you gonna wake up and one titty gonna be over here and one titty gonna be over there. You gonna lift it up, find a gummy bear and eat it. And say, ain't God good? See, you a young man, your nuts is tight. Your nuts is tight. But one day you gonna sit on the toilet, your nuts gonna hit the water. You gonna ask her to suck your dick, she gonna go, smell like boo-boo, can't do it. See, the funny thing about young people is that they think their parents have a favorite child. We don't have a favorite child. All of our children are our favorites just for different reasons. Now, I'm not gonna say Adam is my favorite, but I'm gonna say he mine. I had him. My husband is from Trinidad. We got to the hospital at 2 a.m. Bill went to park the car, came back, 2:28, he was holding his son. He looked at me and said, you make that baby fast. That baby outweighed his twin sisters. They thought he was twins. That baby came 3 weeks early. I tell people he came out early because there was no more room in the inn. I nursed him till he was 5. I'm lying. I nursed him for a year. And I tell you, young sisters, when you do have your babies, you should nurse them because it's a beautiful and bonding thing. And my husband thought it was beautiful and bonding too the first couple of months, but around 5, 6, 7 months, he looking at this boy like he the master cock blocker of the free world. He's scared he ain't gonna see my pussy no more in life. We were fooling around, and Adam started crying. I jumped up and started nursing him. Bill is pacing back and forth going, look at he do it on purpose. Tell he to hurry up and eat. And my son, with my tit in his mouth, looked up at his daddy and smiled and patted my breast as if to say, later for you, Negro, later for you. That sweet, precious boy told me something I didn't want to hear. Told me he was in love, that this girl was different and special. I said, why am I the last one to find out? He said, because, Ma, you know how you are. And I said, how the fuck am I? And his father and him went. I said, well, what's Special's name? He said, Melissa. I said, what's different about her? He said, she's an albino. So I said, bring the rabbit over. He brings Melissa over. Melissa is a statuesque, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, look like a Swedish model. I said, boy, that ain't no albino, that's a cracker. What you talking about? I'm teasing. I don't use those euphemisms in my home, nor have I taught my children to use those euphemisms. I just said that to say this. You can't tell your children who to love. They're gonna love who the fuck they wanna love, and if you're wise, you'll keep your narrow-minded opinions to yourself and enjoy your grandchildren. I love Melissa to death, but that's the non-cookingest bitch I ever laid eyes on. Everything she cooked, Campbell soup, got something to do with it. She made some kind of gray gelatinous shit. Bill looked at it and said, me not eating that. I looked up at my son, I said, him not eating that? He said, you have to, I love her. I said, no, you fucking her, you gotta eat it. We going to Popeyes. Now, one of my twins is married to a woman. Don't look at me crazy. I support my children. And for the people that profess to be such great Christians, let us be clear on something. It's not between me and God, it's between her and God. And if I'm not mistaken, the Bible clearly states, judge not lest ye be judged. Now, some of y'all got family members get drunk every weekend. You got to bail them out of jail. My daughter just eating pussy. The way I got it figured, I'm ahead of the game. Is this too real for some of y'all? Okay. I remember like it was yesterday. Magdalene called me up. She said, Mama, Keisha gave me a 2.5 carat platinum diamond ring. I said, what? She said, Keisha gave me a 2.5 carat platinum diamond ring. I said, put Keisha on the phone. I said, Keisha, did you give my baby a ring? She said, yes, ma'am, I did. I said, what you trying to say? She said, well, I know I took her out your house, and I know I'm 10 years older than her, but I love your daughter. I promise you, she won't want for nothing. All her needs will be met. I adore your daughter. I want to grow old with your daughter. And I said, wow. Her daddy didn't even say that to me. I said, put Magdalene back on the phone, please. I said, Magdalene, what kind of pussy eating is you over there doing? I've been fucking your daddy for 10 years. He ain't gave me no 2.5 carat platinum diamond ring. You tell mommy what you did. Tell mommy what you did. So she asked me, she said, will you tell daddy? And I said, fuck, I don't feel like that. And the reason I don't feel like that, because foreign black men are the most homophobic men on the face of the earth. And that's because homosexuality is not tolerated in their country, or they eradicate it. So I don't feel like telling him. I don't. I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for him to come home and stuff. I'm nervous. What a friend we have in Jesus. Oh, hi, Bill. How you doing? How was your day? Me day good. I said, that's good. That's good. So, Bill, you know Magdalene, right? He said, yeah, me know she. I said, well, Magdalene's gay. He said, oh, who's the cock and who's the hen? I said, Magdalene is the hen, but that's really not the issue. The issue is Keisha gave Magdalene a 2.5 carat platinum diamond ring. And I've been fucking you for how long, man? How long? Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something, because I got to go. Yeah, I got to fucking go. There's cigarettes to be smoked and weed to go look for. You know, here lately in the news, there's been a lot of racial upheaval going on in this country. And I wanted to tell you, because we good friends now, because we talked about dick and everything, is that we are all Americans. We are one nation under God. Hold on. And if we have never stuck together, we better stick together now. Because if any other country was ever to come over here and take over, we all be niggas, and some of y'all are inexperienced. Thank you for letting me be myself, y'all. Thank you.